Okay.
Come here.
I'm Wesley.
I'm Alexis.
I'm Aaron.
Okay.
Richard.
Few would argue that the state of the American education system has plenty of room for improvement. Identifying the problems that the educational system has could help evolve ideas to help fix it. According to Diane Ravitich in The Death and Life of the Great American Education System, How Testing and Choice Are Undermining Education, the purpose of the American education system is to prepare our children for the duties of citizenship in a democracy. The federal and state policies of the recent past have aimed to turn education into a competition for higher test scores, despite the fact that testing always favors the advantaged over the disadvantaged. The creation of competing publicly funded sectors, one public, the other non-public, has not improved education. Instead, it has divided communities, and it has created a booming and politically powerful educational industry, where the big prize is profits and not educated citizens. As the American educational system has been steadily going downhill for the past decade, there are many reasons behind this. 1, because parents are not involved enough. 2, schools are overcrowded. And 3, technology brings a whole new dimension to teaching. To continue, we shall look more deeply into these issues. The first problem in the American education system is that there isn't enough parental involvement. Teachers are getting the blame for the lack of knowledge students have. However, the parents should be. The statistics for the lack of parental involvement in their child's education is quite disheartening. According to J. Richard Gentry, PhD in Psychology Today, nearly 1/3 of students say their parents have no idea how they are doing in school. About 1/6 of all students report that their parents do not care whether they make good grades in school or not, and only about 1/5 of parents consistently attend school programs. Sadly, more than 40% of parents never even attend any school programs. Also discussed in the article written by J. Richard Gentry, PhD, is an interview of his teacher friend, Will McIntyre, who states, "Parents do not read at home. They buy the kids iPods, expensive phones, and all kinds of electronic gadgets, but few parents are modeling reading. Even the kids on free lunch somehow find money for a $300 iPhone, but not a free library card or e-reader. Somehow, parents fail to see the issue with this." The second problem is that schools are overcrowded. One teacher, 30 students. It's not just a numbers game. With class sizes this large, there is a personal connection that is lost between the teacher and student. Everything becomes a blur, and each student has individual needs that simply cannot be addressed. Just this year in Oklahoma, there was a teacher walkout led by teachers, students, and parents who were standing up for themselves and overall more school funding. Another reason for the walkout was because of the number of students in the classroom at once. And How Do Overcrowded Classrooms Affect a Student's Learning Ability, written by Brianna Austin, according to Miss Rowland, a Westmore High School teacher in Westmore, Oklahoma. One-on-one time allows me to gauge depth of knowledge more thoroughly. It helps me gain insight into misunderstanding and misconceptions. Another reason why class size should be decreased is because teachers are noticing that student test scores could be higher if students had more discussions with their teachers and with group discussions. Bigger classes lead to more lectures instead of good discussions. Somehow, state governments fail to see this issue. Another issue is with technology. It can be a wonderful teaching tool. However, it can be easily overused with the classroom causing negative effects in the entire learning experience. Technology changes the way children think. For example, children who always use online search engines may become very good at finding information, but not very good at remembering it. Technology also changes the way children feel. It has been a proven fact that a kid who has no access to electronic devices for an extended amount of time and who have an increased face-to-face interactions made students more sensitive to emotions and nonverbal cues. In addition, The more use of technology with less physical activity can lead to obesity. The more time spent using technology, including cars, televisions, computers, and mobile devices, the more time we spend sedentary, causing physical activity to drop. Many see this as a problem. Sadly, there is nothing that will be done about it because we live in such a technology-dependent world. In conclusion, the quality of American education has been steadily spiraling downhill for quite some time, yet nothing has been done to help it. The lack of parental involvement, overcrowded classrooms, and the ever-demanding want for incorporating modern technology into the classrooms are just to name a few of the major issues. Because of the problems mentioned, according to Norman Cousins, an American journalist, the main failure of education is that it has not prepared people to comprehend matters concerning human decency. And to Paul Ludus, the greatest single failure of American education is that students come away unable to distinguish a symbol and the thing the symbol stands for. Cousins and Ludus use these quotes and put the problems of the American education system into a nutshell.